natin gawin ay kailangan natin i-check is normal yung ano, kasi 'di ba yung maximum static friction na kayang ibigay ng system is given by normal force times mu sub s, 'di ba? So yung mf over m plus m, that's going to be equal to the normal force.
Opo.
Ngayon, ano naman yun, no? Kailangan natin i-check na, is that less than, ano yung conditions para mangyari na less than or equal to mu sub smg yan?
Mm,
Sorry. Dapat mu sub s, fn. So, calculate natin yung mu s fn. Tapos, i-compare natin sa, that's normal force, no? So, mu sub s fn. Ayun. Tapos, ano ba yung frictional force? mg. Para manatiling static yung mg, yan yung actual friction na kailangan. Dapat mg must be less than or equal to mu s fn. Now, that's not always going to happen. For example, pag masyadong maliit yung acceleration, ano mangyayari sa block?
ano po siya, tawag wait. Which block po yung M? Malaki.
Yung small m.
Mahulog po siya. Gravity.
Di ba? So magsaslide downward siya habang moving forward. So ang gusto natin malaman ay ano yung threshold para hindi siya mag-slide.
Mm, so, wala mo. Saan mo ang pen? Okay. So, dito, slide. Dapat, ano ba yung figure? F, static friction.
Yan yung kailangan ng static friction. Pero does the surface actually provide enough static friction? Or under what circumstances will the surface provide enough static friction? Kaya kailangan natin i-check yung USNF is kung nasa-satisfy ba na USNF is greater than or equal to Fs.
Okay, so mu is yan. Okay. So dapat
May normal force ka na, di ba? That's mg. Ngayon, is that going to be less than or equal to, so ang requirement natin dapat Fs, the actual static friction, should be less than or equal to mu s fn1.
dapat F1. J8. No?
So mu SFN1
equal to
check ko lang. FN1 times small m times A. Okay. Dapat that is going to be greater than or equal to mg.
so hindi pala, dapat equal. Dapat ano po na, dapat less than.
Ngayon, yun yung ano, di ba? Yung mu SFN, that's going to be the maximum static friction na kayang isupply ng system.
Mm.
So,
So,
dapat that should be greater than or equal to yung actual normal, yung actual na gravitational force, which is mg.
dapat, saan ba yung ano? So, may ganun, may, tama ko na siya. mg, yun lang. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Tapos, naghahanap tayo ng conditions on F, di ba?
Opo.
Okay, so isolate Fn, isolate F.
Therefore, this is, hindi naman may negative yung ano. Okay. So, this need to be simplified. Or kailangan ba? Check. MGM. Sem.
Check na yung dimensions. So, dapat tama yung dimensions now. It should be a force.
Dapat dito.
Tapos, M. M. Okay, so ngayon for that system, calculate mo yan. So substitute mo na yung given.
Therefore, this is equal to m small m.
Mm-hmm.
Alam mo po yung binigay ng small m. Small m is
16
16.
kilo.
Tapos 188 yung malaki.
Mm.
Okay. So, dito, 16. 16 times 9.8.
Hindi, pakita mo yung substitution. So so 1688.38. So F is less than or equal to Kaya tama ba? Pwede pa rin, F is less than ba or F is greater than? Greater than, di ba?
Labo, dapat.
Tama. So, ang M is 16, G is 9.8, big M is 88. Mu S is mu S is 0.38. Sulat mo na dyan. 0.38 times 9.8 times 88 plus 16.
Over.
Teka, nagsusulat ka ba sa external o hindi? So, pakita mo yung substitution. So, 16, 9.8, 16 plus 88.
Ano ba yung micro S? 130.
I-parenthesis mo yung 88 kasi mukha siyang decimal point eh. Yan. Tapos ilang sig fig?
I think 2. Over. 419. Ano ba yung ano? Actual na ano? Yun na pala. 419. Yun pala. Minimum.
Okay, so yung minimum force na i-apply dapat 490 newtons. Okay, ngayon for curiosity sake din lang, anong acceleration yan? When that happens, what should the acceleration be? So A must be tingnan mo ulit yung system mo.
Yun.
A is equal to big F over M plus M. Ngayon, i-substitute mo ngayon yung nakuha nating restriction, yung big F. Yung minimum big F. So, A minimum equals
A minimum equals, so may lawa. So A
is equal to ngayon, equals wag mo na mag-substitute ng numbers. Gamitin mo yung expression. May expression tayo for minimum F eh. mg m plus m over mu sm. Plug in mo dyan. Hindi, tignan mo, di ba? F is greater than or equal to mg m plus m over mu s m, di ba? Define mo na siya as F minimum. and then plug in mo dyan.
Yan mo, tapos iyan ko na. Okay.
Plug in mo yung mg big M plus M over mu SM. Gusto ko lang ng formula
Okay.
for that.
Yung mo pala. Kita pala mo. So, magka-cancel yung ano.
Okay, so that reduces to so mg over mu SM.
G over mu. So, therefore, this is equal to
Okay. Tama, diba? And then substitute mo na yung values dyan.
and then, therefore, this is mg
Yung nga pala, December na nga pala, kaya may mga nagtuturotot na.
Hindi pa nga po Christmas actually. So, it's not even close to New Year actually.
17 na eh, di ba? So,
Oh.
kaya yung mga bata may mga toys na ganyan eh. At least hindi pa putok.
At least na pang-ingay na lang. But then, yun lang. 4.7.
So, units
4.7 per second square. Okay.
so yan yung acceleration kailangan para hindi siya mag-slide. Okay. Yung next na problem is drag force and terminal speed. Yung continuation siya ng problem 8 sa book. So let's look at problem 8 first.
Problem 8. Saan mo yan? Ano ba page?
Yeah, check ko lang yan. Drag force and terminal speed eh. So, check natin. Sample problem. Yeah. Falling raindrop. Gulo ng kaya nasaan yun, check na yung problem. The typical sige, basahin muna natin yun, yung gawin muna natin yung 36, I think, para ma-familiarize tayo dun sa drag equations. So let's do 36 first. And then let's do saka natin gawin yung 37. Kasi yan lang yung nag-iisang one dot problem eh. So let's try it out first. So, paano ba nakukuha yung terminal speed? So ngayon, ang kailangan natin tingnan. So what does the drag force depend on? So tingnan natin yung section na yan. Alam ko may depende siya sa area ng surface. So drag force D. Tingnan mo yung equation 6-14. So drag force D is 1/2 C.
Tama.
Page 130 sa PDF or 156 page 156 sa book or 130 sa book, 156 sa PDF. 156.
Tama.
Sige, basahin na natin. Punta ka sa
Ayun.
page 156.
156.
Oo.
156. Ito mo.
Okay, so dito, it's an experimental 156. Tingnan mo yan, yung sa PDF. 181 yan eh. Yung PDF page. Hindi yung
156.
Nasa 181 ka eh. So 156. Yan. Okay, so basahin lang natin yan. So yung drag force and terminal speed. Ito yung maikli lang naman tong section na to eh. Pero dahil hindi siya malimit na ginagamit, madaling makalimutan yan eh. Dahil ini-ignore natin lagi yung drag eh. Tapos hindi masyadong ma-fluids yung Okay, so tingnan mo yung the drag and terminal speed. So let's start there. A fluid is anything that can flow. Tapos baba ng konti para mabasa mo yan. Kasi yung expression na yung drag coefficient, it's actually yung V na yan, hindi siya yung velocity. Tingnan mo yan, yung definition niya. When there's a relative velocity between a fluid and the body, either because the body moves through the fluid or because the fluid moves past the body experiences a drag force that opposes the relative motion and points in the direction in which the fluid flows relative to the body. So, kung halimbawa, for example, what if may wind? Tapos tumatakbo ka forward. The drag force is going to be dependent on yung relative velocity mo at ng wind. So if you're moving in the same direction as the wind, bababa yung pwedeng bumaba yung drag force. Ano to eh? So here, ito. So ito, meron din ng assumptions. We examine the cases in which air is the fluid, the body is blunt, like a baseball, rather than slender, like a javelin, and the relative motion is fast enough so that the air becomes turbulent or breaks up into swirls behind the body. In such cases, the magnitude of the drag force is related to the relative speed by an experimentally determined drag coefficient C. According to, the drag force is 1 half C, tapos yung rho yung density ng fluid, A yung cross-sectional area ng body, tapos V square, yung V, yan yung relative speed ng body with respect to the fluid. Okay,
Labo.
ngayon, ano, yung examples ng drag coefficients, tingnan mo sa baba.
Samsung graph
So, move slightly down. May table kasi eh.
shot.
You know. So, if you have an object, hindi, saan yung, ano po dapat may table yan dito eh.
Ilaw mo?
Wala. Ay, hindi. Sorry, mukhang wala. Ang meron siya ay terminal speed lang eh. No? So, the table here is, okay, sige. The drag coefficient C, typical values range from 0.4 to 1.0, is not truly a constant for a given body because if V varies significantly, the value of C can vary as well. Here, we ignore such complications. Ang daming ang daming mga assumptions na ginagawa dito eh. So, yeah. Downhill speed skiers know well that drag depends on A and V square. So to reach high speeds, a skier must reduce D as much as possible by riding in the skis in the egg position. It's figure 6-5 to minimize the area. And kung falling downwards, so when a falling body, when a blunt body falls from rest through the air, so drag force minus mg equals ma yung mangyayari eh. And then from there, we can calculate the terminal speed. Ngayon, terminals, so ang assumption, ngayon, ano yung assumptions na ginawa dito sa equation 6-16? The assumption is air is not moving. Kasi di ba relative velocity yan. So, if the air is flowing up,
from the point of view po from the wind.
Point of view of the wind eh. So kung may upward wind, yung so if the wind is flowing up for some reason, ang mangyayari niyan, yung V sub t niyan, hindi yan yung speed. That's going to be V V minus yung wind speed. Kaya ano yan eh. Kaya ingat-ingat din dyan eh. And then, so yung 6-16, you don't actually have to remember that. Ang kailangan mong tandaan, yung 6-14, which is drag force is 1 half C rho AV square. Kasi, if you need 6-16, you can always work it out. Hindi mo siya mahirap gawin eh. Okay, ngayon, ang hindi ko mahanap yung problem 8. 6.0 raindrop problem to. That's not problem 8. Hindi. Okay, balik na tayo dun sa problem. So, problem 8. Problem. Alam ko na kung ano yung problem 8. Problem 8 is
Tama?
yung sliding stones.
Oh, yung ano ba, yung sa, ano ba? Death Valley.
Oh, yung Death Valley, So, doon sa,
Gabo.
problem 8.
Gabo.
Yan. Kasi nung ginawa natin yan, walang drag force eh.
So ngayon lalagyan po natin ng Drag Force.
Mhm. To maintain the stone's motion once a gust has started moving. Teka, tingnan natin yun, Before we do 37, gawin muna natin yung 36. At least alam natin yung context ng 37.
Obo. 36.
Para, so 36. So dito, let's work out from first principles yung terminal speed. So that instead of looking at the formula, when you need it, kaya mong i-work out as long as alam mo yung 1/2 C A V square. One half C, yung drag coefficient A, tapos V square. Tama ba yun? Yung So let's work it out from first principles. So the drag force is 1/2 C rho. Sorry, may dependence pa. A, density of the air, rho V square. Okay, so quote mo na yun. Isulat mo na sa notepad mo yung D equals 1/2 C A rho V square. Okay, so first, let's work out muna from first principles. What's the terminal speed? So terminal speed, so 0. So for terminal speed,
So,
the acceleration is equal to 0. Therefore, 0 is equal to 1/2 C A rho V terminal square minus mg. Okay, i-quote mo lang. Drag force is 1/2 C A rho V square. Or we know it's going to be proportional to its, so drag force D equals 1/2 C
raw.
A C rho AV square. Sige, tama. Ngayon, dito sa problem nito, tingnan natin. We don't know what the constant is. We don't know what the density of the air is. Alam natin yung area. Alam ba? Or meron tayo, kailangan natin ng, so ang nagbabago, yung area before and yung area after. So, may area na associated with 160 kilometers per hour. May area associated with 310 kilometers per hour na terminal speed. So, okay. So first, let's set up the expression for the terminal speed in terms of those constants. So for this problem, we can just write it down as 1/2. The drag force can be written as a constant times AV square.
Drag force. Okay. So, Since ano naman ang constant
V square. Instead of C, gamitin mo yung K. Kasi confusing yung C sa big C eh. So use a different notation. K na lang. Define mo lang yung K as
oo nga ba. Mahirap ni differentiate. Ano lang.
or KAV square. Okay, ngayon, let's write, so ang mangyayari, KAV square, so for this to be, ngayon from Newton's second law, para mangyari yung terminal velocity, 0 equals drag, which is upward, minus mg. So ang kailangan natin ay okay, what are we looking for? We're looking for the ratios of the areas. So 0 is equal to 1/2 k a v square minus mg. And then so on KAV square is equal to mg. Yeah. So substitute mo ngayon yung KAV square. We're not looking for the formula for, I don't think, hindi na kakailangan pala yung formula for the terminal speed. Kailangan lang natin i-isolate. What's KAV square? KAV squared dyan sa expression. So minus mg. So that whole thing should be equal to 0. Okay, ngayon, tingnan mo yung situation sa problem. Yung nangyayari, that same equation works for the different terminal speeds along with the associated areas. So from there, you can have two equations therefore, for example, yung area, di ba yung problem dito ay nosedive, spread eagle position versus nosedive position. So tawagin, let A1 V1, let A1 and V1 be the area and speed kapag spread eagle position. So write it down. Let A1 V1 be the area and speed and terminal speed in spread eagle position. The cross-sectional area and speeds and terminal speed and terminal speed in spread eagle position. So yun yung maximum drag. Okay, and then A2V2 be the cross-sectional area and terminal speed in, ano yung tawag dito? In nosedive. So A2V2 yung respective nosedive position naman. Okay, so from that equation, we have K A1 V1 square So we'll have two equations. 0 is equal to k a1 v1 square. So a1 v1 square minus mg. And we also have 0 is equal to k a2 v2 square minus mg. Ang pinapahanap ay ano yung ratio ng ito? Find the ratio of the effective cross-sectional area in the slower position to the faster position. So, yung slower position dito ay yung spread eagle. So, A1, we're looking for the ratio A1 to V1 to A2. Or A1 over A2. So, ito. And then the other one is nose dive. So using those two equations, I think what's A1 over A2? We don't know what K is. Mm-hmm. Okay, so from there, first, yung K nagka-cancel, di ba? Hindi natin siya kailangan. And then we can write down A1 over A2 as Okay, ngayon, we're, so from there, you should be able to solve the problem. So what's the problem again?
Ano ba po yung sabihin?
So
A1 block over, ano? Yung ito ba po, yung 1 ba yung slow, sabihin na slower position?
anong position yan? Tingnan mo yung sinulat mo.
Ito ba, nose dive, the spread eagle. Pero dito naman,
Yung nosedive, yung slower position, yung faster position, di ba?
labo. Ay, hindi. May labo. Ito pala is nose dive, nose dive.
Kaya, pero ang pinapakompute ay a ratio ng ng slower to faster. Ano ba yung slower? Anong position?
Yung ano mo, spread eagle.
So, ang ratio ng spread ng areas ng spread eagle to nosedive is A1 over A2. Yan yung ratio ng faster to slower, which is not what we're looking for. Wait. Tingnan mo yung ano,
Tama
tingnan mo
na.
yung equate.
Di ba pala? Tama na po to.
So A1, yan,
Pagbalik
dapat
ko.
A1 at A2 yan. As, yan.
Tapos yung equals mo ba to? value ko.
So that comes out as, using your calculator,
375.
so 3.75.
70, yes, 5.
Ayan. So, makikita natin yung kung gaano kalaki yung ang laki ng times 3 pag nosedive. Ano yung issue ng nosedive? Di ba yung ano, versus kapag spread eagle, mas maliit yung spread eagle 3 times the area. So, head pointing down versus kapag yung sa spread eagle, di ba?
Kaya na po medyo human figure. In a way. Parang gano'n.
Tapos iba yung orientation niya na horizontal.
Parang ganun po yan. Pag ano yung axis niya compared to the wing. Dito nakagano po diretso.
Diretso na downward yung isa. Ayan. Okay. Teka, pinag-isip ko gagawin kung ano yun. Skip muna natin yung ano. Kasi ayokong, hindi ko na, kailangan, dapat ginawa natin ng magkasunod yung ano yun. Ayoko muna ulitin yung problem 8 kasi hindi ko na maalala eh, di ba? So, kailangan itong upuan kasi uli eh. Yung kailangan mong gawin yung 8 uli para to make sense of this, which I don't want to do. So, ito ipapa-homework ko. Gawin natin yung 38 para diretso tayo sa ano. Actually, tingnan mo yun, the story continues with problem 65, which means problem 8, problem 37, problem 65 is one long problem. So I think it's better na postpone natin. Pag umabot na tayo ng problem 65, postpone mo to to pag umabot na tayo ng problem 65. Tapos, it's not going to be, this should not be, we shouldn't do this here. This should be something na uupuan mo over na medyo mahaba. Tapos padala mo lang sa akin yung fully worked out solution. Pero later, after pag umabot tayo 65. So it's medyo long-term homework yan. Okay, so let's go to number 38. Number 38 muna. So
dito, use the drag force fire plus ejection.
Okay, we need table 6-1.
Table 1. Ano po yan?
Ang kailangan lang natin dito ay yung typical na speed na terminal speed for a parachutist is 5 meters per second. nakaparachute naman yung mga pilots kapag nag-eject, di ba?
Opo, meron naman silang parachute. So, dapat dito,
So mg is equal to 1/2 c rho um, a v terminal square is equal to mg. So dapat tama.
Okay, so anyway, I don't yet understand, pero okay, sige.
Okay, tinayo intindihin pa eh. Estimate magnitudes of the drag force on the pilot plus seat. Okay, both just after the ejection. So hindi pa hindi pa terminal speed to. So MA is equal to 1/2 C rho AV so negative plus
Okay, so, ano ka lang. Okay.
horizontal. Okay. So horizontal acceleration. So ang mangyayari, yung aside from falling down, meron din siyang acceleration na horizontal. So MAX equals skydiver raindrop. Parang cool. Ano may ejection speed? Estimate na natin. Yung ejection speed is approximately is about 1300 kilometers per hour. Okay, so anong speeds to? In meters per second, this is
Converge 1300 1 361.1 1
laki na lang, 1300 kilometers per hour times 1000 divided by 3600. That's still 306 around 360 meters per second to, or 361 meters per second. That's a,
Yung F-16 much faster. Pero mga 2,100 yung kmh yung ano po yung maximum per engine. So 1,300 lang pala to. It's not that large for a fighter. Tapos dito, mass velocity equal to
so 361 meters per second yung assume na natin ay yun yung ejection speed. Tapos yung typical mass assume na natin 60 kilograms. Yan yung mukhang standard adult meal eh. Ngayon, we don't know what the drag coefficient is. Pero i-assume natin na na equal siya sa yung para sa skydiver. So for the skydiver, so okay, 1/2 C A rho V square is equal to mg. So for skydiver, so we get yung constants, yung zero over assume na natin, no? Same area sila ng skydiver.
mawo. So,
Teka, hindi lang yan yung direction ng drag.
meron din pong ano pala na. Forward din siya eh. So, mga ganito.
So, since moving forward, di ba, eject, paakyat. So, moving forward at the same speed yung pilot.
So,
Tapos, at the start, yung drag force na vertical component, 0. Or pwede natin i-assume na 0 yun. Kasi, at the start pa lang eh. Di ba habang lumalaki yung speed, yung downward speed, dun lumalaki yung upward component ng drag. So, at the start, horizontal lang yung drag. And then, as time goes on, magkakaroon ka ng vertical component din as you fall down.
Yun. So anyway. Pero horizontal. Mhm. Okay. So, nalilito. So,
And then yung drag force. Skydiver. So the drag force is 60. Tapos nun, yung ratio ng speeds nila. Skydiver is 60. Wow.
yung ano, yung area na kanina. So, hindi naman binigay yung angle. So, wala akong magawa doon.
Hindi, assume mo muna na ano, di ba, at the start,
Perfectly horizontal po kasi parang medyo, ano, parang negligible na yung, ano, downwards.
so horizontal yung dominant dyan eh. So, ang negligible yung up-down.
Technology. Mm-hmm. So therefore, one, one of what? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Well, 36. Teka, ina-assume para mahanap yung constant, ano ba yung ano yung combination na unknown? Yung C times rho.
Yun nga po.
Hindi, times A. Diba?
No po.
Kasi hindi natin alam yung cross-section area. But, let's just assume na yung area ng skydiver at saka yung area ng pilot is going to be the same. Kasi wala tayong information about yung sizes niyan eh. Tapos more reasonable naman. So, yung 1/2 C rho and A is going to be the same for both the pilot and the skydiver. Ngayon, ano yung 1/2 C rho A pagka for the skydiver? Tingnan mo yung table. Ano ba ano terminal speed ng skydiver?
Terminal speed ng skydiver. So, dito po na sino ba? 310 yung sana na. Which one pala? 160? Yun na po.
Yun anyway, from the table, yung table of terminal speeds, yung terminal speed ng skydiver is 60 meters per second. Para makuha mo yun, yung value ng kailangan mo siya para makuha mo yung value no. So i-analyze mo din yung skydiver. The skydiver at terminal velocity, ano ba yung dapat na i-satisfy niya?
Dapat ano na po, tawag.
So drag force should be equal to mg, where m is the mass of the skydiver. So yun, sulat mo. mg is equal to 1/2 C rho A V skydiver square. V terminal skydiver square.
Therefore, dito, 60 meters per second. I also think na it's a wise choice na gamitin po itong 60 kilograms kasi parang it makes sense. Ginamit na rin po dun eh.
Yeah. May square dapat yan, di ba? Yung tapos ang hinahanap natin ay 1/2 C rho A. Yung drag force equals mg, that works kapag terminal velocity. Ano ba yung situation ng pilot? Kaka-eject pa lang siya. Tapos yung drag force, anong direction? Horizontal. Yung D is equal to mg, that's for the skydiver na falling down. Drag force is pointing up. But here, the drag force on the pilot is opposite the direction of the motion of the plane. So horizontal drag force yan. So tingnan mo, yung drag equals, so balik ka dun sa, sa drag equation. Drag equals 1/2 c rho a v square. So V pilot na yan. Nilagyan mo ng subscript, V pilot. So drag experienced by the pilot. Tapos a V pilot square. So V subscript pilot. Para alam natin kung ano yung tutukoy dyan. Kaya ano yun kaya magandang i-separate mo yung analysis ng skydiver at saka ng pilot. Kasi in-analyze mo yung sa skydiver para makuha yung 1/2 c rho a. And then we have to go back to the pilot na ano yung drag force? That's 1/2 c rho a times V pilot square. So if you substitute, ano ba speed ng pilot?
Oh, okay. Yun pala. Idababa na. Yes. So, ano pala?
Mag-new page ka na.
Yung
Actually, masyadong compressed yan na dapat naka-spread out yung ano na kung para mas madaling maintindihan din Okay, times V, ano yung pilot, yung speed ng pilot? 361 meters per second, di ba? Kasi sa square mo yan. Wait, may square, di ba? Kasi proportional to V square yan So, paki-recheck yung calculation mo. Una, mali yung units. Kilogram, meter, yung, ano okay, tama yung units, pero tingnan mo yung masyadong maliit yung value na yan. Hindi siya, i-recalculate mo. May square. Ano ba 300? What's 300 square?
Kaya pala victim. So actually, I just have to multiply by 361.111. Huh? Actually. So, ano po na? 21298. So, mga 21300.
Or so 21,000 Newton or 2.1 times 10 to the wait, fourth or fifth? Okay, ngayon, as a multiple of the of the ay, sige, tama na yan. So, the drag experience with the pilot is 2.1 times 10 to the fourth newtons. Ngayon, kailangan natin i-figure out ano acceleration ng pilot. So dito, assume mo na na yung mass ng seat ng pilot is about the same as the mass of the pilot. So assume mo yung mass ng seat ng pilot is also around 60.
Oh no, oh no, oh no. Hindi ako pumalito. Kasi kailangan 120 to. Dito ba?
Yung saan? Hindi, yung sa part niyan, remember, sa part niyan, inanalyze lang natin yung skydiver.
Obo.
Kaya kailangan mo ng ng clear labeling na in this part, we consider the skydiver. Tapos at this part, consider the pilot ulit. So for both the for the skydiver 1/2 A is, and we will assume this will also be true for the pilot. Write it down.
Diba? So ano nga daw?
Kaya yan yung mga assumptions yun na kailangan nakasulat
Dito.
So bring everything down para mas may space. Tapos wag kang mag-multiple equations on a single line.
Ayun yung bumaba.
So baba pa. Baba pa yan. I think kasi baba pa yan. Kasi sa yung part na ginawa, so yung analysis natin na ginawa dito, baba pa, space. Kailangan mo ng text na ini-explain yung transition from that to lag on the pilot. Tapos dito sa so yung bago mo sa calculation mo ng 1/2 A, what did you assume?
Saan ba? Dito.
You need text for that.
In-assume na 60 kilograms ng pilot, tapos sa 60,
Hindi. Teka, so sa part na, just sa part na yan, you assumed na, so we assume na both the pilot and the skydiver have the same values of 1/2 A.
Oh, give me wrong. Where is it? Thank you.
So, okay, now consider the skydiver at terminal velocity. So, pag ganyan, so mg is equal to 1/2
wala ba? Times v squared. You've reached a dilemma.
Tapos yung notation, yun, baka mag-substitute ng mg ng 60 meters per second, yan mo na siya. Isulat mo muna as V skydiver yan.
Opo, yung nga po. Talagang nga po.
Tapos terminal. Terminal.
Paano po nga
Ayun.
ako?
Okay. Ayun. Going back to so using that assumption, the drag force on the pilot is yun. So 2.1 times 10 to the 4th newtons. Kasi kaya ano yun mas klaro yung ganyan. Kasi alam mo na, yung pangalawang calculation ginawa mo for the skydiver. And then using that, ibabalik mo na sa pilot. Ngayon, ano yung assumption, yung next ay, ano yung acceleration ng pilot? So, dito, assume mo na na both na 'di ba, yung pilot nakaupo dun sa seat, sa ejection seat.
Opo.
So assume mo na yung mass ng ejection seat is about the same as the pilot. So yung total mass nila is twice the mass of the pilot.
Wait.
Hindi. Iyan mo yan. Assume that. So the pilot
The pilot
and the ejection seat move together
and behave like one mass.
and have total mass twice m, where m is the mass of the pilot. O pwedeng twice that of the pilot. So 2m. Kasi yung m natin is 60 kilograms eh. So ngayon, from there, mass times, ano yung Newton's second law says?
Oh no. Ano yung force? D pilot.
Equals okay, so isolate A.
Wow. So big brain. Yun.
Okay, next line. So A is equal to, ano yung makukuha mo?
One 177. So dapat 180 meters per second. What's that?
Okay, ngayon, to compare, that's A over G is what?
Yun nga po eh. Wow! Yun nga po eh. Sabihin ko nga po kung how many G's ba to. So, 9.8. 18.1. So, mga 18 G.
So 18 G's, di ba?
Ano ba yung kaya ng tao? Ano pa yung maximum?
Yung
46 G? Okay, so yung fighter ba? Okay. So, mga 9 G. Yun lang.
46 G. So fighter pilots can manage up to about 9 G for a second or two. Sustained, ano naman, ang assumption natin dito, sustained eh. So dito,
Labo, it takes a few seconds to eject. So,
magsa-slow down siya eh.
labo. Pero kahit na, 18, more than twice yung actual, yung kaya po survive.
So, kailangan niya, so pag ganyan, kailangan din niya ng protective gear.
Parang retarder po sa, sa, sa bilis. Acceleration niya.
You know, kaya kita mo, the result should indicate an engineering requirement. The seat must include a protective barrier to deflect the initial wind blast away from the pilot's head.
Or hindi kaya po ito. Pwede rin yung window. Pwede siya may, parang retarder na. O kaya seat back.
Yung assumption kasi dun sa blunt surface, di ba?
No po.
So gusto mo something more aerodynamic.
Okay. Yun.
Okay? So, ngayon, pala tayo dun sa next na problem, which is 39.
Wow, so ito nga po yung ejection seat. Yeah, okay. So, medyo ano po siya. Ayun! Yun po yung action na po. How they eject. Okay, so medyo pa ganun. Where's the deflection of wind blast? Ayun po, may wind niya. So, it's real. So, 39.
Okay. So, punta tayo ngayon sa number 39.
Calculate ratio, the drag force on a jet. Prop-driven transport. What's a prop-driven? Yung parang biplane. An action to the drag force.
May mga may mga commercial na flights na gumagamit pa rin ng propeller-driven planes eh.
Meron, bukal ko lahat ng jet. Actually, meron yata po akong sinak yan, pero parang may jet din siya. So, anyway, it's not very common anymore. What?
Usually mga yung applications on mga small planes.
Parcels na po siguro.
Or something medium-sized. Dati kasi mga propeller-driven planes din naman yung mga
I spotted the propeller plane. Ito mo. This very one. Sige nga po. There's a propeller-driven plane right here. Sige nga po. So anyway, this proves the point.
Okay, so,
calculate the ratio daw. The density is...
So, the propeller.
Why does he need to give the density
is equal to 1/2 C rho A V propeller square.
Cross-sectional area. Huh? Okay, sure.
Tapos, D, ano yan? D propeller, tapos yung isa D jet is equal to 1/2 C rho A V jet square. Ngayon, so tingnan natin yung mga drag forces, no? Kaya kailangan yung density kasi iba yung altitudes ng eh. So although they have the same area, the densities will be different.
Oo.
So yung ratio is the propeller and then the jet over the propeller. So, C. O. S.
Ow. So, same daw. What's the point of, I don't understand. Pero anyway, so what's the point of putting yung density for 5K if it's a 10K? How to
Next.
confuse?
Iba sila ng ano eh. Iba sila ng flying height ng
Oh,
heights eh.
so
Diba?
ano,
Higher altitude
speed
yung
up.
jet,
So,
lower altitude yung airplane. So, iba yung densities ng air na na dadaanan nila.
hindi ko po nakita yan. So, I'm going to fail the exam. So, I did not see na half the speed and altitude. So, wala. So, mhm. I'm gonna go wonder why. So, jet.
Divided by 0.67. Tapos, half that speed and altitude.
Jet. Mhm. Therefore, ano daw? The ratio 2. Okay, so jet daw ang mauna. Mm, aha, you cannot fool me today. So, 1,000 needs to be converted to meters per second.
Teka, tingnan mo yung combination. Combine mo yung v sub j squared over v sub p squared into a single expression.
So km.
Tingnan mo yung expression mo. Ang kailangan mo lang naman ay v sub j over v sub p.
So magpasa naman. Okay, so doesn't matter.
Kakancel units.
What's the point? Dito.
Square. Remember, may squares yung mga yan.
Why is the air denser? Okay, so iba na. So may troposphere pala muna. Forgot. So 500 kilometers per hour.
Okay, and
So
then
basically,
calculate.
so just basically, the higher you fly, the better it is. Is that the ano mo? Parang consensus? Kasi parang lumiliit pa po yung density lahat, so there'll be even less drag. It'll be even better just to fly very high. So,
Hindi ko alam. Kasi, di ba, to fly din, kailangan mo rin ng upward force from the air.
Yun nga po eh. So, yung question ko po, is it worth it to fly very high na hindi kaya parang mawala na yung lift? Ano po yung parang maximum na, yung best na natin for, yung there's still lift, but it's not, yung drag is not yung naka-maximum capacity na po kumbaga yung jet. What is na po?
I think depende sa application kasi. Yung, for example, bakit bakit na-discontinue yung Concorde? It's a jet, di ba? Na commercial, na pang-transport ng maramihan. So bakit hindi siya naging successful? Yung naging problema niya ay expensive siya to maintain, expensive siya to fuel. Tapos, pero ang actually, yung expensive to fuel, I think yun din yung na yung ticket prices, kailangan talaga sobrang taas para maging viable. So, yung mga mayayaman lang talaga ang kayang mag-Concorde nun eh.
No.
Pero isipin mo, nakaka-cross siya from Europe to ilang oras lang, nakakatawid siya ng Atlantic.
Sa Pacific din ba? From LA to Tokyo. So, mga ano yan.
Ano ba yung nun, Tea? Yung Concorde na
pero grabe nga po,
US to Europe.
Worth it nga po pala to eh. So, kung naka-square kasi po itong yung velocity. So, mas mataas lalo yung drag. So, still 2.27 times yung drag ng experienced by the jet. Kahit na mas mabilis siya na po siya. So, kailangan talagang sumunod yung cross-sectional area lahat.
Tingnan ko yung how long it takes cross New York to London eh. 2 hours and 52 minutes, 59 seconds.
So, kumbaga yung commute from Manila to Pangasinan buong Atlantic.
Inaano ko yun eh. Isipin mo na, pwede kang, sakay ka ng Concorde, mag-breakfast ka sa New York, tapos punta kang London, and then makaka-uwi ka. Diba? Para siyang commute na, mahaba-habang commute, na hindi yung usual na, pero doable, na punta ka doon for a meeting, tapos uwi.
No.
Parang, ang hirap i-imagine nun, yung ganun kaka-rich.
No. Only superpower ni Batman, he's rich.
Anyway, tingnan natin yun, So, tingnan lang natin yung problem dito sa Ito, basahin lang natin. We won't have enough time to do this. Actually, bala ko niyan next time, start na tayo sa circular motion eh. Basahin na para na makita na kung yung what's of interest here. So in downhill speed skiing, a skier is retarded by both the air drag force on the body and the kinetic frictional force on the skis. So hindi, kopyahin na natin.
Oo, so yung
Tapos,
nakansya, nakagana mo.
tapos gawa tayo ng at least gawa tayo ng free body diagram para lang makita yun. No? So, share ko yung screen ko. So, tingnan mo yung posture niya, no? Pang-minimize ng drag yan eh.
Yung suit niya po lahat actually, pang-minimize ng drag.
Naalala ko na sa swimming din na nagkaroon ng kaguluhan kasi may ibang mga swimsuits na na ang laki ng advantage dahil ang laki ng binababa ng drag.
Ayun, ito muna. Yung bababa niya talaga yung drag. So, binalpas pa to fix yung full body. So, anyway.
Yeah. So, pagtingnan natin, share ko lang yan, yung setup ng free body diagram. Para na makita mo yung so before we go. So, ito yung downhill. Ito yung block pa rin yung natin yung model natin for the skier. So, moving downhill siya. Tapos may kinetic friction. Tapos may drag. Mas maganda dito. So drag force, kinetic friction. Tapos yung other forces would be, we have mg. Tapos you also have the normal force. Dry snow with coefficient of kinetic friction. Tapos actually yan na yun no? Pag alam mo na yung tamang free body diagram, kailangan mo na i-calculate Ano ba yung drag? Tapos yung frictional force. And then, once you have that, dire-diretso na siya. Ngayon, terminal speed, ang mangyayari, when does terminal speed happen? Kapag yung sum of all forces is 0. So, it's going to be slightly different from kapag wala yung kinetic friction. Kasi may papasok na to This would be mu n, that's going to be mu k and f Ayun. Pero once may tama yung free body diagram mo, dapat dire-diretso na yan. So, iiwan ko na sa'yo para gawin to. Tapos pakita mo lang sa akin yan next time. Okay? So, we'll stop here. I'll see you again Thursday. So, balik calculus ulit tayo.
Ano po na Riemann sum?
Okay. Ngayon, pwede mo nang gawin yung di ba may evaluate yung estimate ng Riemann sum. Yun yung importante lang naman dun I-spreadsheet mo na siya. Kasi ang hassle gawin ng calcu Okay? So, we'll stop here. I'll see you again on Thursday. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you, Bo. Hello.